Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Productions channel here at YouTube. As you can see, I'm back in this area. That's because of this is a album review, which I haven't done in a while. Actually, probably a month since I've done one, and I had to definitely do one for this one. This is, of course, the newest album by Australian thrashers Hellbringer. Of course, Hellbringer were formed in 2007 under the name FORGERY, releasing about two things under their original name before changing their name in 2010 to Hellbringer, to them releasing a EP in 2011, which is self-titled, and then in 2012 with their first full-length album titled Dominion of Darkness, which was the first album they had released through, well, High Roller Records. And here we are 4 years later with their second release, which was also released through High Roller Records, titled Awaken from the Abyss. Now these guys' sound is very akin to Hell Awaits Era Slayer, with a little bit of Possessed. I think of Seven Churches, or Dark Angel, Darkness Descends. It's got that real, just abrasive, just chaotic sort of thrash metal sound that at times can be very progressive in terms of riffing changes and everything. That's very similar to Hell Awaits Era Slayer. And this album is very much chock full with all that, just from like Fall of the Cross all the way to track 7, which is Dark Overseer. This album is just, there really isn't a point where they really slow down. It's like the only time they slow down is within their longer songs, even some of the more kind of 4-minute tracks. It's like this one, this album barely clocks in at 33 minutes. It's actually probably a little around 30. It's 32 minutes long, so it's definitely not a very long album. But it's just, well, within that time minute, it's, what else can you expect? All you're just doing is banging your head from track 1 to track 7. It's just that good. But here, I haven't really listened to all their past stuff, but just from this release right here, at times I also get a bit of a Hellstar kind of feeling. Like within the guitar solos, kind of reminded me some of the guitar solos off of Remnants of War. It just has that real chaotic sort of sense to it. Everything on here is just, there really isn't a bad song. And of course, we have to talk about Spectre of Rebirth, which is at times reminded me a little bit more of like Dark Angel, with a little bit of that Haunting the Chapel Era Slayer EP. It just has that sort of attitude, that very much that writing, that whole style, that whole pacing. Even the drumming on here, which almost sounds like a fucking jackhammer, literally hammering on your fucking nuts here, with just from all over the place. And it's pretty much also very present on even like track 2 and this track right here. Everything, Iron Gates, which is probably the more slower tracks on the album, but it's not really slow. It's just a more mid-pace thrasher. That's all I can say that you can expect from the sound. It's just thrashing all around, but it's not very much like the Teutonic sound. It very much has its pacing. It's just not truly full speed ahead. If anything, also at times reminds me a little bit like Blood Feast's Kill for Pleasure, or Face Fate. Just, again, that's what to expect from Hellbringer. And if you're in the mood for this style of thrash, and if you really feel that Slayer hasn't been Slayer, then you know what? This sound very much sounds just like Slayer, and would definitely give you your fix. Just a good album. I would say it's almost an 8 out of 10. I would say it's an 8 out of 10. Just a good, solid thrash metal album that's definitely worthy of your purchase, if you ask me. Definitely, if you like the aforementioned bands that I compared them to, you'll definitely dig this album quite a bit. Even if you dig, like, even nowadays with like bands such as Ranger. But there really isn't a whole lot of that high-pitched screaming. It's very much kind of like guttural, almost like that era of Tom Araya. Just a good album. So, definitely kind of a quick review, because there really isn't all that much to say other than this is just a solid thrash metal album. That's definitely would be best pick for some of the best thrash metal albums of this year. Yeah, with all the whole thrash metal albums this year, there's definitely enough to probably even make a top 10 list. Definitely good. So, if you're definitely haven't checked this out, this band, or this is definitely even an album that would be good enough to start with. I'm definitely going to be going back to more of their other stuff as well. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it was definitely a little informative. Later.